It's you. What is it, my son?
Father, I've decided to marry. I would like your approval.
Well done, my boy. Do I know the young lady?
That's her over there, Father. That delicious Australian cheddar cheese.
I say, delicate little thing, what?
Yes, Father, but so full-bodied and mature.
I trust you know something of her background. I mean, you come from such good stock. I'd hate to see you throw yourself away on a cheese that wasn't worth it.
Oh, have no fear, Father. Her family has a long history and tradition. Cheddar dates back to around the 16th century and began in Somerset, England.
Oh, good show.
Mind you, the Australian branch of the family is highly regarded. Not surprising, considering the extremely high standards of manufacture. Factories have been built exclusively for natural cheddar. Fresh milk from the farm is stored in hygienically constructed stainless steel tanks. To ensure complete purity, the factory air is conditioned, filtered, and circulated throughout the entire plant. Many of the cheese-making processes are automated, such as pasteurization and the introduction of the starter culture. To enable the curd to set, rennet is added. For the next 35 to 40 minutes, the mixture is stirred and the temperature increased to between 98 and 102 degrees. The separation of the curds and whey takes place over the next 2.5 to 3 hours, and then the whey is pumped out of the vats for processing into stock food and many other commercial products. When the whey is removed, the curd is allowed to mat together, and it's cut into blocks. For the next hour and a half, in most cases, the blocks will be turned over every 10 to 15 minutes. This is the cheddaring process. The blocks are fed into a milling machine, which reduces them to chunks to the size of about, like potato chips. This enables them to be salted at the rate of 2.5 to 3 pounds of salt to every 100 pounds of curd. It's placed in 40-pound containers, and overnight is subjected to a pressure of 23 pounds to the square inch. Next day, the cheese is weighed accurately and wrapped in film, which is heat-sealed to protect it and prevent loss of moisture.
I'm glad we have a good old-fashioned cork.
It takes about 3 months to produce a mild cheddar, from 3 to 6 months for a semi-matured, and from 6 months to a year to develop an absolutely fully matured cheddar like my beautiful bride-to-be.
I'm impressed. But what do you know of her family? Relatives?
Processed cheddar is possibly the best-known member of her family, but all the others are good Australians too, though most of them had their origins in other lands. There's a whole family of more than 40 different cheeses settled right here. Some have only recently arrived. For instance, there's Cheshire. It's a little similar to cheddar, and the gourmets claim Cheshire as one of the finest of English cheese types. Many of her relations migrated from Italy.
Caro mio mine, Romano, basta, basta.
I say, steady on.
Oh, it's all right, Father. Basta is Italian for enough.
Oh, who was that singing, anyway?
Oh, that's Romano.
I am, how you say, hard cheese. I have a well-developed robusta flavor. You like me either on the table or in the cooking. I am so nice you want me to sing a cara mia mine.
Provolone is a most distinctive cheese, both in appearance and flavour. The curd is specially treated so it can be kneaded and moulded by hand. It has a very full flavour. The same could be said for pecorino. In Italy, this was originally made from the milk of ewes. If you take pecorino and put some black peppercorns in it, you get the spicy papato. Mozzarella, on the other hand, is the poet of the family. Delicate, soft and mild. Mozzarella is only matured up to a month and has the irresistible appeal of the young. The Italian branch of a family has adapted themselves to their new home, and they're proud to now be called Australian. There are others from many parts of the world, of course.
Edam and Gouda. They're Dutch, I believe.
That's right, Father. Edam is possibly the most recognizable cheese of them all. It looks like a red cannonball.
I know Gouda very well. You can always tell it by its shape.
That's traditionally the way it's made back in Holland. You'll notice the yellow rind. That's part of tradition, too.
Oh, this young lady of yours certainly has some fascinating cousins.
And none more fascinating than the Swiss. It's known far and wide as the king of cheeses.
Son, those holes. I mean, there's nothing embarrassing, is there?
Oh, Father! It's all done by introducing a very special strain of culture into the starter. A gas is formed, and as it expands, it produces the large holes, or eyes.
It strikes me that cheese holds a place of greater importance than I ever imagined.
In some parts of Greece, feta is eaten as a substitute for meat, and it's part of the staple diet for all Greeks. It's now made in great quantities here in Australia. It's salty, and depending on its maturity, it can be mild or strong. You get a lighter flavour from taffel, which comes originally from Denmark.
So too does Samso.
But taffel is matured for a shorter time than Samso. They both have a close, smooth texture. Samso has a few eyes, just a little like Swiss cheese.
They sound like a family of absolute blue bloods.
If not blue bloods, Father, there is a blue vein. Many countries have a cheese of this type. There's Italian Gorgonzola, English Stilton, French Roquefort. But in Australia, ours is called blue vein. The coloured effect is caused by a growth of moulds of the penicillin type. It's only matured for about 4 months, but it has a sharp bite to it. It's a perfect after-dinner cheese.
It's delicious when melted over a barbecue steak.
Oh, I see. You know more than you're letting on.
I know how cheese can be used in many ways. Simple cheeses like cottage and cream cheeses, for instance. They make marvellous ingredients for many dishes.
So does cheddar.
Son, I hope this isn't a purely physical attraction?
Certainly not. We have an affinity, a total compatibility.
That's all very well. But can you keep her in the manner to which she is accustomed?
I love my cheese, Father, and I know exactly what care must be taken. Cheese must be properly wrapped or it'll dry out. It's a good idea to use foil or plastic film or an airtight plastic container. Then it's the refrigerator at 40 to 45 degrees. Cheddar properly stored will last for several months. Harder varieties will last even longer, and fresh types of cheese for a week or two. These should be stored at 38 to 40 degrees. Of course, the processed cheese will keep very well without refrigeration. And as you know, processed cheddar is a great favorite in Australia.
And fresh cheese should not be put near anything with a strong flavor.
I'd like to be near my cheddar. Just look at her, Father. She's the center of attraction.
Oh, cheddar is certainly the most popular. But I wonder how far her attraction goes.
What do you mean?
It's rather a delicate matter, but, has there ever been anyone else in her life?
Only one, Father. She told me the story herself.
We met by chance. I was in a golf club one day when he suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Hello, love.
He was very down to earth, but an excellent companion.
Hey, what's a nice cheese like you doing in a place like this?
I told him. Cheese and beer have been a popular combination for centuries.
Ah, you're a bit of all right.
Thanks for the compliment. You're quite nice yourself.
Thank you for the compliment.
That's how we were meant to go through life, complimenting each other.
You know, sweetheart, if you and I got together, we'd make a terrific partnership. I can see us now. Beer and cheese. We'd be on the tip of everybody's tongue.
Is starting to weaken. Further back as Cisco rose at the head of the others, and then Matterhorn, but Trendsetter clear. About 5 yards to My Meadow, who's running on well, and Matterhorn is under the whip next, making ground.
Even in a bar, see? They're right onto you. I reckon you and I are a natural combination. I reckon that... Oh!
He went as mysteriously as he came. I never saw him again.
All that took place before I came into her life. Well, what do you think, Father?
Well, my boy, there have been many members of our family who have formed outstanding relationships with cheese. Some of the full-bodied red wines make excellent partners for equally strong cheeses. One can usually judge in advance if a wine and a cheese are suited. One should never dominate the other. The strength of the cheese should be the equivalent to the strength of the wine. The lighter-flavored cheeses, naturally, they go with the white wines. My son, you have made an excellent choice. I can't think of a better combination. An Australian wine and an Australian cheese. To me, it's the perfect marriage.
Oh, Father, thank you. I'm so proud.
Oh!
Yes, this is the one. No doubt. It's the ideal match.
Darling,